morning, beautiful people. So the other day I got a question from someone about a plant-based diet, plant-based journey, vegan diet, and it was a real simple question. And you know, some people may think, well, that's a stupid question, but it wasn't a stupid question, because honestly a lot of people don't know the answer. So the question was, what is a plant-based journey? What does that mean, a plant-based journey? And so I wanted to kind of just briefly talk about what a plant-based journey actually is. And so I know y'all have heard me say before that I've been doing this for several years, off and on, that this hasn't been new for me. I started a plant-based journey, oh my goodness, well over 15 years ago. And what the journey is no different than different stages of life, right? You're on a journey to get somewhere. The goal and the focus is to eat healthier, to be more intentional about what you're putting in your body. And so let's just say you have this big goal that you want to one day be fully plant-based, or you want to be completely vegan, but it doesn't seem like you're nowhere near that. It doesn't seem like it's possible. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Well, the plant-based journey just means that you've made the decision to start incorporating more whole foods into your diet. You've decided that that's what's healthier for you, and that's what you want to do. But realistically, you don't think that it's the most practical thing for you to do immediately, cold turkey. So you start on a journey. What that looks like is you may start eating more fruits and vegetables. You may decide that you want to just eat one salad a day to start your plant-based journey, in addition to the other foods that you're eating. What it looks like is you may just pay attention to the food that you're eating now, to become more aware and conscious about what you're eating. What it also looks like is you recognize that you've been eating your entire life the way that you've been eating. So completely doing a 180 to go in a different direction is not the most feasible for you in your lifestyle right now. But yet you realize a change needs to happen. Whether you're having some physical ailments you're dealing with, whether you're dealing with some mental ailments, whether you just have some pain that you want to get rid of, or whether you just feel convicted. You can just start feeling convicted that I'm not eating right. I'm not taking care of my body the way that the Lord wants me to take care of my body. So a plant-based journey is simply that I recognize that this is something that's important, that I need to do, but I don't believe that I can do it all at one time. I want to be more practical. I want to be more realistic. And you want to end up doing something that is more of a lifestyle change and not a diet. So, you know, sometimes people think that eating vegan is a diet. And vegan is not a diet. It really is a lifestyle. It means that you've completely changed the way you're living your life. That means social events. I'm not stepping outside of that boundary. You know, it means vacations. I'm not stepping outside of that boundary. And for me, for a very long time, I was the one that did the 80-20 thing. I always felt like 80-20 was the way to go. 80% of the time, I ate a plant-based, vegan or pescatarian diet. And then the other 20% of the time, I ate whatever I wanted. And I was comfortable with that until I wasn't. Until my conviction set in and I realized, okay, what I'm doing is not right. Why am I only doing it sometime and not all the time? Like, why? So I actually made a decision to dedicate more intentionality to my health and to my body. And what that means and what it looks like for me is I don't want to do this sometimes. If I really believe that eating a certain way is good for me and eating another way is bad for me, then why would I ever want to eat the other way that's bad for me? Like, why would I ever want to put my body through the sometimes bad? So to me, my decision I made was I'm going to commit to do this all the time. And again, you can take a whole lot less time than it took me. Like I said, I started doing this 15 years ago. And 15 years ago when I started it, what I did was I switched out my milk. That's how I started it. So my plant-based journey began in me understanding and knowing that every time I consumed dairy products, I would get congested. I would have sinus issues. It would be a lot of mucus buildup. So what I started doing is I switched my milk out for almond milk. Not my cheese, not any other dairy products, just my milk. And I got to the point to where I started liking almond milk, because understand, when you first change your diet and you start eating differently, it's not necessarily going to taste the best. It's not, because you're not used to it. So it took me a while to get adjusted to that. And it's been, oh my goodness, yeah, it's been 15 years since I've had regular cow's milk in terms of like using it for cereal or cooking or anything else. I switched out my milk first. That was the first thing. The cheese was the thing that took me the longest to get off. But now I found some awesome cheese alternatives that really does taste like cheese, and I use it for grilled cheese and things like that. But I'm saying all that to say, a plant-based journey is not something that's instantaneous. Now, for some people it is. Some people have the discipline to be able to just cold turkey stop eating meat, stop eating seafood, stop eating all dairy products. They can do that overnight. I'm not that person. That wasn't something that I was able to do. I'm sure I could have done it if I really had a big why, right? If I had a huge reason as to why I had to, like if I was allergic to something, then I'm sure I could have done it. But selfishly, that just wasn't what I wanted to do. I mean, being completely real, it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I like to wean myself into something new. And it's been 15 years. That's a long time. But over the 15 years, I have learned a lot about maintaining that diet. I've learned a lot about substitutes. I've learned a lot about enjoying food. And bottom line is, I think the most important thing for me is I learned that it's not about how much I'm enjoying my food. It's the reality that my food was given to me to sustain my body, to give me energy, to get the work done. So at the end of the day, you can make your food enjoyable, but recognize that food is an energy source. Food is to give you all the vitamins and nutrients that you need to keep going. So if you're consuming things that's really not food, or it's very small representative of food, then you're not really getting the nutrients and the vitamins that you need to sustain life, which is why there's so many ailments and diseases and pain and all this other kind of stuff. So I just wanted to quickly talk to you guys about that, to kind of share what a plant-based journey was, and really just to encourage you. If this is something that you are thinking about doing, don't let the big picture scare you out of doing it, right? Don't say that, okay, my goal is to one day be fully raw, or my goal is to be vegan one day, and I don't see how I'm going to get there. Don't let that scare you, because all you need to do is make the decision first. That is your very first step. Make the decision that you want to start really taking care of your body and doing what's best for your body. That's the very first step. And when you wholeheartedly commit to that, all of the ideas and the ways to do that is going to come to you. You're going to have a plethora of ideas and ways to be able to sustain the lifestyle that you choose to do, but you have to make that decision first. So your journey may be 15 years, it may be 1 year, maybe one day, you know, maybe 20 years. It's really in what you make it. You know, how long does it take you to get to the point to where you're content? And the bottom line is, there's no perfect diet, right? That's what people tell us. There's no perfect diet. And all you can do is what? Aim for perfection, knowing that you're never going to make it, but you're aiming for it. That is the goal, right? To continue to try to hit the mark. So I just wanted to encourage you guys to continue to push forward in whatever journey you're doing, whatever your day is right now, whether it's day 1, whether it's day 10, whether it's year 10. Just stay focused on it. Just understand that what you're doing is the best thing for your body, and you definitely won't regret the changes. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope it gives you some type of peace about it. I hope you're a little more easy on yourself and not thinking that you have to be perfect at this. No one is perfect at this, but it's your life, right? I mean, that's pretty much the most important thing you can think of is your life. And so if you can do something to make your life better, to make your days healthier, to make your days longer and more pleasurable, then why not do it? So if you have any questions, if you have any you know, tips that you want that maybe I didn't share in this video, please just let me know. I hope that you found this helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.